This may offend you a little bit, but I'm offending your sensibilities for a reason. The contrast I'm presenting here between illusion and reality is not merely aesthetic, it's also ethical and political. Gwyneth Paltrow has been constructed and construed to the public as if she is an advocate for the vegan diet. And the reality is, she is not now vegan. She is not ex-vegan. She has never been vegan. And she has never been using her social media platform to advocate for veganism. Part of the coverage you get of Gwyneth Paltrow, whether you consider it comedic or not, is resenting her. This is an article from The Guardian, supposedly respectable journalism. This is The Guardian resenting her as a symbol of a smug and unattainable standard of health, beauty, as if she represents asceticism, a very strict commitment to a very high standard, both ethically and in terms of health. Well, here's the reality, people. Here's the reality. This is her eating deep-fried chicken wings, okay? This is her actively promoting and glamorizing people eating deep-fried chicken wings. They're not vegan. They're also not remotely health food. They also don't represent some kind of high cultural standard of, refinement for other people to live up to. And yet, amazingly, in articles like this in The Guardian, that's exactly how Gwyneth Paltrow is construed and conceived, that she represents the exact opposite of all the things she really is promoting on in her magazine, on her website, and so on. The photograph on the left here, that's Goop Magazine's Instagram. It's her company. It's her magazine. And she is promoting and glamorizing killing and eating animals. That's a plate full of dead animals. And I got to tell you something. It's not health food either. It's not healthy. It's not aesthetic. It doesn't represent any kind of refined, hard-to-achieve standard of cultural excellence, no more than her eating deep-fried chicken wings with John Legend there. I saw many different references to her eating cheese in the different interviews there when I just Googled her information. And it seems to be at every period of time. There has never been a period of time when she was saying that she refuses to eat cheese because she's vegan. Never. And on the contrary, we see many things linking her to the eating of chicken. She sometimes claims that she refuses to eat red meat. Yeah, well, how do you define red meat? I don't know. They all bleed. Even the fish bleed. They all bleed red blood. What can I tell you? This little quotation mentions Goop encouraging people to make roast chicken with potatoes. Again, this is neither a very high standard of cultural refinement, nor is this health food, nor is it vegan. No sense of ethical responsibility, no sense of ecological responsibility. This is one of the most bizarre and extreme examples of somebody being a paper tiger. That's why I'm showing you this image of her, her being presented in the pages of Harper's Bazaar in contrast to what she looks like in real life on the streets. This is partly just an aesthetic comparison. The illusion that's created out of and about Gwyneth Paltrow's appearance, but we're also dealing with the illusion of her being some kind of icon, even an icon for the vegan movement, I can say, in contrast to the reality of who she is and what she promotes and represents. Here's PETA, People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, I guess praising her because she, in some context, said that she wouldn't eat octopuses because they're too smart to be food. Yeah, well, guess what? If she eats chicken and she eats cheese and she eats all kinds of things, this is just the most ridiculous mismatch between perception and reality imaginable. Here's an odd quote. Well, she may have once been a strict near vegan. Is that not an oxymoron? Is that not a contradiction in terms? Strict near vegan? Not strict vegan, strict near vegan. And I'm really strict at almost kind of sort of doing something I'm trying to do. You must be joking. Yeah, you can see her eating chicken wings with John Legend here. Click for that same link I already showed you. Yeah, she's no longer in her 20s or 30s, and she just wants to be a self-indulgent, immoral hypocrite. Got it. Another quote. She ate the most when pregnant with her son. She couldn't stop eating. She was starving. During a good portion of all of her pregnancies, all she wanted were grilled cheese sandwiches, Baskin-Robbins ice cream, yogurt, and lots of apples. Absolutely no No mention of ethics, ecology, veganism, no mention even of vegetarianism. In recent years, though, it seems she has become more balanced in her diet, eating a wider variety of foods than her previous near-vegan regime. Quote, I don't believe you should rule out any kind of food, semicolon. I believe in enjoying life. I'm not a good dieter, and since I've had kids, I've loosened up a lot. So that is what she believes in, is not veganism, not even vegetarianism, not ethics, not ecology, not human health. She's not promoting an omnivore health agenda either. And yet we see her both celebrated and resented in the press, like in this Guardian article or in this Veg News article that's making a joke at her, making fun of her. We see her both celebrated and resented as if she represented the highest level of activist asceticism.